Welcome to Cam Look, your daily dose of the Cincinnati Art Museum. Each weekday, a staff member or volunteer will share an object from the permanent collection and pose questions for discussion. Check back every day at 10 a.m. for a new work and a new conversation. Hi, I'm Helen, a docent at the Art Museum. Today, I'd like to share with you an example of international artistic influence. In 1858, Japan opened a trade with Europe and America. By the 1870s, Japanese woodblock prints were all the rage with French Impressionists. One of the most collected artists was the samurai artist Utagawa Hiroshige. Today we'll look at how one of Hiroshige's prints influenced Vincent van Gogh. Van Gogh owned hundreds of Japanese woodblock prints. One was Ohashi, Great Bridge, Sudden Shower at Otake from 1857. Cam's print is an exceptionally good impression. Crisp, clear lines with subtle and bold colors. The deep blue of the water below contrasts with the gray and black above. We see dark rain slashing across the landscape. Do you notice all the movement in the print? There are many diagonals, the bridge leading us from left to right. The far horizon is tilted, another way of emphasizing the action and communicating that we're caught off guard in the sudden shower. 6 figures scurry across the bridge, huddled under umbrellas, hats, and a straw mat. Out on the river, the boatman just keeps working, pulling his raft of logs down river. They're caught in a Yudaichi, an evening descent of the thunder god, as translated by one etymologist, when the heavens suddenly darken late in the day, releasing torrents of rain in large drop, and then quickly clears. On the far bank of the Sumida River, the rain obscures the boathouses of the shogun. At the top of the print, black rain clouds would have reminded Japanese viewers of Raijin, the god of thunder, pounding out his thunderclaps. The cartouche announces the series, 100 Famous Views of Edo. It's a dark, rainy day, but there are bright splashes of color in the pedestrian's clothing and Hiroshige's signature panel. Below the intricate supporting structure of the bridge is a patch of intense blue. That ink was an import from Germany, known as Berlin blue in Japan. Hiroshige and Hokusai, another well-known woodblock print artist, used it liberally. Van Gogh admired Hiroshige and interpreted some of the Japanese artist's prints in oil paintings. Van Gogh copied the Ohashi Bridge composition, but his creation is brighter. The dark gray background is blue and the Sumida River a lighter green. The raindrops are now energetic splashes of paint. In a letter to his brother Theo in September 1888, Van Gogh wrote, "We wouldn't be able to study Japanese art, it seems to me, without becoming much happier and more cheerful, and it makes us return to nature, despite our education and our work in a world of convention." Van Gogh even incorporated some of his Japanese woodblock prints in other paintings. Here, they're the background for one of his portraits painted in 1887. Behind the sympathetic art supplier and dealer Julian Tanguy are perhaps some of Hiroshige's landscapes and 2 geisha prints by the great print artist Kunisada. I hope you enjoyed this discussion of international artistic influences between Utagawa Hiroshige and Vincent van Gogh, the exchange of compositional techniques, and that intense Berlin blue. Hiroshige's print is not on view right now, but you can see Van Gogh's Undergrowth with 2 figures in Gallery 227. Where do you see those dynamic diagonal lines? How did Van Gogh use intense blue to emphasize the impact of this painting? You can learn more about Van Gogh and Hiroshige on the internet. Thanks.